It's only yesterday I came aware that Destiny had recorded me while we had sex without my consent and with no regard for me, also shared that recording to others. I never defended, supported, or minimized Steven's sharing Pixie intimate images. Most of my conversation with Steven about this topic were in person and confrontational. I viewed him as generally remorseful and acting to fix the harms he had done, which is why I remained in business partnership with him. Desi's business partner, Not So Ever Died, is claiming to support me. She has me blocked for over a year now. To this day, she refuses to honestly acknowledge what happened, what she did, and instead allowed others to harass me and call me crazy, obsessed, and jealous to avoid criticisms for her behavior. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea, and I don't believe he can give you any more information that will make him look better. I think, there's no more light for him. He just fucked entirely. It's only going downhill from here. I'm going to be honest. This new Destiny drama has to be one of the most appalling controversies I've seen in a long time, because it reveals the awful breach of trust committed on an undeserving person, as well as unveiling the abhorrent behavior of Destiny himself. Like, to be honest, there are hundreds upon hundreds of sick freaks out there online, but I've rarely come across a story like this where the perpetrator is just this awful, just sharing around sex tapes to the people, random people on Discord without the person's actual consent. And that's not only awful, but also it increases the risk of those videos being leaked online, which it was back in November, where now we're seeing the consequences of, one of the women involved, Pixie, announcing she was going to sue Destiny. Just yesterday, I read a statement, and moving forward, I legitimately wish the best for her from this lawsuit and that she can recover from it. But today, Junior, I'm going to cover, other stuff that's come from this, including a second victim coming against Destiny in relation to some sex tapes. It wasn't the same one as like the leaked one on Kiwi Farms, but some other videos, as well as a statement from Destiny's friend or business partner trying to give her side of the story of, of what the fuck was going on and what she was doing. But so the first thing I said, the second victim coming out is from this person who I don't really know about, but she goes by the name Sherry. She might be a acquaintance of Destiny, but she made this tweet yesterday and it just sounds awful. Where it reads, "Today I was made aware of an intimate audio recording taken of me without my consent that was also shared without my consent. I'm upset right now. I'm going to give myself time to process." And then she replied, "This is serious. The person who received the recording from Destiny was not aware I didn't consent to recording. They recognized me by my voice and messaged me today out of concern. I don't feel comfortable sharing more right now." And thankfully, I don't mean thankfully, she has cleared it up the next day or like right now today, after a couple of hours, and it sounds, just so bad, honestly. Destiny has blocked me and banned me and people supporting me from his community. I have not done anything besides asking for an explanation, as I was assured this was something he didn't do to me. When I wasn't given one privately, I spoke publicly. I'm not involved in any lawsuits or courting with anyone seeking justice due to the leaks in November, though they have my empathy and support in their efforts. It's only yesterday I came aware that Destiny had recorded me while we had sex without my consent, and with no regard for me, also shared that recording to others. That's so. I want to stop for a second. When I read the story from yesterday with Pixie, I saw worst case scenario, before I fully read it, was that she was being recorded without consent, and that would have been awful. But thankfully, somewhat thankfully, not really thankfully, but they, I guess, between her and Destiny, they want to have it recorded, but the part, the line where they drew was, not sending to other people, which Destiny stepped over, and that's fucked. But it seems like with this person, Sherry, he did the worst thing possible, recording it and also sending it to people. And again, this is not one of the people that got the leaks shared on Kiwi Farms. It's not one of them. Thankfully, say privately. But even sending to the people on Discord she has no idea about, yeah, that's fucked up. And also, she might be one of the people that Pixie mentioned in a statement where she said, in regard to me, I'm only speaking for myself. I'm not covering for the other 3 women. I think it was 3, she said. Yeah, I have no idea what they have to say, but I guess now, yeah, one of them, one of the 3 is now coming out to to speak about this. 2 women now have let me know that I've received sexual recordings taken of me in September 2023 without my consent. I thank them so much for their concern for me. No amount of public humiliation will ever make me regret being made aware of what was done to me. I will be filing a police report and pressing charges. Yeah, I think with her moving forward, I want to say, I have no idea, why their friends didn't, call her out or, speak to her back in September. Because, now they're doing it, so, which is good, I guess. But I think with her, with Sherry, she might do like a criminal, like an actual legal lawsuit against Destiny. I feel like with Pixie, she was on the grounds to do like a criminal one, but she opted for a civil one, for her own choice, whatever. But with her, not only was she recorded, but like raw knowledge, but also sent as well. Like that's so fun. Like she might have like a stronger case against Destiny in this regard, with having recording she had no idea about, and without her consent, being shared to the people. And when I was covering that statement from yesterday, when I was thinking of Destiny, I didn't have a good image of him, but now it's even worse with his statement. And I should mention right now it's only allegations, nothing has been proven so far. But with how this is close, to Pixie's statement, and what she has brought up, I think, I'm inclined to believe that, it is true, because somebody else has already come out, and Destiny has not denied this. Well, he hasn't denied this so far. He might make a statement, but he was accepting over Pixie's statement, and not like sidestepping at all. So that was the first part. More info might come about that later, I'm not sure. But now, for the statement from one of Destiny's friends, or business partners, whatever, comes from the person not so erudite, which I'm pretty sure from yesterday when I was reading the screenshots, was a person that was, talking to Pixie and to Destiny as well, trying to help Pixie mentally, and also trying to reach a good middle ground between her and Destiny, a good negotiation. And, you probably shouldn't do that as well, because with someone like Destiny, he's just a criminal. There's not much room for negotiation. The best outcome would be going to court, because whatever he agrees on wouldn't be enough, as Pacey said before, and also that was the only measure to prevent stuff like this ever happening again, or taking more videos of other people and sharing it around, which might happen if it wasn't for his lawsuit, and also the one from Sherry that might happen. But on Twitter it reads, my statement with the info so far. My opinion will update as the information is made available. I have little info on new claims, and my opinion will continue to update as information does. And then she gives her a link to the Google Doc. And again, in the future, she might change it, as more info comes out. I don't know what would sway her opinion on Destiny, but whatever. I'm just reading the way it is right now. I only ever looked into the leaks and reached out to Pixie because I was concerned for her well-being. After I spoke with Pixie in person, she made it clear for me to bridge the gap between her and Steven, and her desire for as little attention on the leaks or anything identifying her as possible. I remember back then, the reason why people were being why didn't she make a lawsuit back then, November? If you actually read the messages that she provided on Destiny as well, she was driven to a point of near suicide. So of course, I understand, why she would want to take some time, do it now, as opposed to being mentally distraught back then and just fucking hating life so much. And here's the screenshot that she provided. I probably won't go over each one because there was a lot, but I'll go over the main ones I found important. I say, between her, in this one, she's talking how she's feeling better now, and this was back in December. And even then she sounds just ruined, honestly. It's very depressing to read and watch, actually. But anyways, number one, both my involvement and my silence were Pixie's request. My greatest concern this whole time has been her well-being. Here are the logs, and it just reads as well. And so when I was going through the screenshots and this recording she shows with first and second, it was clear, she was trying to help out Pixie, but at the same time, it feels she's trying to really mediate between her and Destiny. Which, like I said, with someone like him, Steven, if that is his first name, you shouldn't negotiate with him, because what he did was illegal and insanely shitty. Again, I understand for her, at the time, for Pixie, taking it to court would be really difficult, with the money and, her mental state, but it's the right option, because, you're probably get the most money out of him through court, and also, you'd be the best repercussion for him to prevent stuff like this happening ever again. But anyways, I have never been interested in shutting down conversation about this topic. Only mentions that narrowed the question of who could have been leaked. Again, a Pixie request. Yeah, because, back then, like, she was threatening suicide if it became more public. Which, I'm glad that, she made a statement just yesterday of her own volition. There was some stuff, with that crazy guy, President Sunday. But I think, her choosing to speak out about it was more from her own volition, that now she feels more comfortable at this state. In the Fairy Queen message, I explicitly tell her to leave her comment up, just remove that part about mutual friends, because this further increased the likelihood of people knowing it was Pixie or going through the trouble of verifying the mutual friend in question. If I wanted to remove the comment, I would have done so. I would not reach out to Fairy Queen. I have no idea what it's a reference to, but I think for that screenshot you have some flack for trying to stand up for Destiny, which did not look so good at all. Upon learning of the leaks and Pixie's potential involvement, I investigated privately, contacting Aaron. I then spoke to Pixie and Steven in person, separately. I never defended, supported, or minimized Steven's sharing of Pixie's intimate images. Most of my conversations with Steven about this topic were in person and confrontational. I fought with him and advocated for reconnecting with Pixie. Okay, I'll show this in a second because, it doesn't look so good in other fans. My mediation for Pixie ended when she opted to reach out to Steven directly because I felt unable to navigate her monetary request. Note, there are a few DMs of our disagreements, but found this should be substantiated the timing of my voicing disagreement. I'm pushing him. I want to be honest, in this screenshot that he showed on Discord, it's really hard to shake off the feeling that she wants to minimize the impact on Destiny. I also read this. I don't think she wants a payday. She wants you to have a consequence for what she thinks was a major breach of trust. There's a merit in that. You should engage with her because she was or is your friend, and you generally do feel you bad. If she's generally trying to fleece you, you will be able to catch it in the convo. If you're wrong about her and she's just fucked up over this and icing her out makes it worse, that's the worst possible outcome. Option 1. Add her and talk to her. Pro, she doesn't go nuclear for now. And con, maybe she's trying to fuck with you and detects her annoying. Worst outcome, you have to block her later because she's trying to get a payday from you. Best outcome, she wants to know her friend feels bad and knows it was wrong and settles. No nukes and you did it right by your friend. Option 2, again, is very bizarre. You continue to avoid talking to her with pro, less immediate problems like having to text her. Con, she goes nuclear publicly. Worst outcome, she wasn't trying to fleece you and she goes public and she kills herself. The best outcome, she was lying about the public threat and everything fades and you lose a friend for sure. Maybe more than one. This looks like, trying to mediate between her, Pixie, and Destiny. But these messages, it does look like you're trying to help them out, give them the best option possible, trying to give them good advice on what to do from this point forward. And again, if you were really appalled by what he did back in November, you would have ditched him back in November. Because how can you excuse someone like that, leaking sex tapes from another person without the consent? And also this part as well, I viewed him as generally remorseful and acting to fix the harms he had done, which is why I remain in business partnership with him. You probably shouldn't have, to be honest. I'm very disappointed and angry with him that he opted to not reconnect with Pixie. I learned of the allegation Cherry made yesterday. I support her and Pixie's decisions and their lawsuit or charges. I paused Bridget releases, cancelled guests, and will evaluate business relations as I learn more. I asked him for information, but he's uncomfortable sharing due to legal involvement. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea, and I don't believe he can give you any more information that will make him look better, give you a good reason to stay friends or, stay in contact with him. I think, there's no more light for him. He just fucked entirely. Everything here is released with all parties' consent. My DMs with Pixie were not given to Sunday or other with Pixie's consent. Also, again, for context, for what this Sunday thing is, there was a pretty big guy, a big detractor of Destiny called President Sunday, and he made a video calling out how Pixie, she should call out Destiny herself, and take him to court. And back then, it's pretty recently actually, she wasn't very comfortable, but I'm guessing, that led to her, wanting to actually go public with it. But the issue with that is that in his video, he said, fully aware that he knew that she was struggling mentally and that she wasn't comfortable, speaking out publicly because she didn't want any attention. So she was sort of forcing her to do it. And again, now I think she's more comfortable speaking out about it. But still, that guy, President Sunday, he's not a very good character. But yeah, overall, this statement, it's not that good. Because the question deep down is, why do you stay friends with Destiny for so long and in business? Because, yeah, you know, like she has been with him for quite a while and she does, like, you know, have something to gain from him because he's massive. But at the same time, you can't forgive what he did. And it's very clear now that the only path forward for him is going to court, where I think, you know, he will get fucked over. And it's completely deserved, honestly. But yeah, to go back to Cheryl for a second, she read the statement that Erudite made, and, you know, she was shitting on it. Desi's business partner, that's what Erudite, is claiming to support me. She has me blocked for over a year now after she refused to engage with me after I confronted her and her husband's abhorrent behavior towards an SA victim disliked by Destiny. To this day, she refuses to honestly acknowledge what happened, what she did, and instead allowed others to harass me and call me crazy, obsessed, and jealous to avoid criticisms for her behavior. Yeah, you know, I can't really act like, you know, I know like the full knowledge behind this, but yeah, it's very clear now that she doesn't like that response or statement at all, like not even a tiny bit. Now, the only thing I would change from my video, in terms of my opinion, is the value of Destiny's actions trying to fix this. Because initially, in the last video, I was like, you know, he's trying to do something at least. But now, the more I look at it, there's barely anything left to salvage from the situation, which is why I think Pixie's move to litigation is the best one. Because with something like this tacky, there's no way to resolve it, which is like a simple negotiation. It's just not possible. In the following weeks, I would keep an eye out for other associates of Destiny with people like Dan, which although he hasn't made like a statement himself, I feel like, you know, on his own Twitter, there is proof, you know, of him wanting to move away from him a tiny bit.
All right, so, wow. You had a busy...
Yeah, he didn't make this, but like he did retweet it. I'm like, there's a funny clip, but like it's very bizarre at the same time. Jesus. No, but honestly, there are times where a situation is nuanced or grey, but with this one, it's not at all. You shouldn't associate with some porn-obsessed freak like him that has around sex tapes. I think it's safe to say that it's valuable to good connections with a degenerate like that. That's all I'm saying. That's it.